So, as we await the draft proposal for a climate change deal in Paris, world leaders are praising the efforts at the summit. But not everyone is happy with the proposals. Our business editor-at-large, Mr. Craig Kopitas, is with some protesters in Paris, and he joins us now. Craig, what's happening where you are?
Well, you're right, Ali John. You know, a few miles from where I am in about 20 minutes, a lot of people are going to be cheering the climate agreement. But here on Avenue Grande Armée in Paris at the high noon, there's going to be a sound of foghorns, a mournful sound. And there is going to be a major protest of 10,000 people here protesting that agreement. We have one of the organizers here, Hoda Baraka from 350.org. Hoda, what's wrong with the climate agreement?
It's simply not enough. We understand and we see very clearly how much we are in a state of climate emergency. The political momentum doesn't add up to what we need to see in the real world, which is why the movement is here drawing a red line to ensure that what needs to be safeguarded for a livable planet is in fact happening, and people committing to be able to rise up to close that gap.
But at the same time, out at Le Bourget, the diplomats and negotiators are saying, hey, this is a great deal. Wall Street, the business world is going to start investing in alternative energy. We're going to get off coal and fossil fuels. It's a start. They call it an accelerator. What's wrong with that?
We've already, in fact, seen accelerators, namely the divestment movement worldwide is a very clear sign of that momentum. We're seeing, again, the writing is on the wall. Investors are understanding that they need to move away from fossil fuels. Again, you know, how much we are able to create the circumstances to expedite that process is where the political momentum is lacking.
What kind of agreement would you have liked to see come out of here? I know your group is very influential, lobbying group in the environmental world. What is it you wanted to see come out of here?
We wanted a clear commitment to phase out fossil fuels by 2050 maximum.
Wait a minute, I have to interrupt you though. How can we do that by 2050 when the Chinese have contracts for, 28 coal-fired plants around the world right now? Exactly.
This is the exact dynamic that we keep on highlighting about the fact that there needs to be commitments to put a hold on new projects. But we are seeing very clearly how much the renewable energy is booming. The technology is available. The prices are dropping. If we wanted to make this a reality, and if we wanted to be able to have 100% renewable energy as our source for worldwide, we can do it now.
But is what's coming out of Le Bourget a good start?
I think, the writing is on the wall, and a lot of the dynamics within the Le Bourget were very indicative of the fact that the tensions are high because there is an understanding that we need to have an end to fossil fuels. What we are here doing is committing to the fact that the movement is going to be rising up to really close that gap, because there is a gap of ambition.
Okay, well, there you hear it from Avenue de la Grande Armée in Paris. People are trying to close the gap. There's going to be a big demonstration here, and I guess it's on to Marrakesh next year for the next climate summit.
All right,
back
Craig
to
Kopitas.
you, Ali John.
Craig Kopitas joining us from Paris and talking to activists and lobbyists as we wait for the final draft from the UN climate change talks.